Yeah. 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 So many lies that you hear from the net, they don't get her respect. She reporting the truth, not a check. You want an unbiased opinion straight from the chest, not a bit of accomplice or someone here for a check. Tune in, these are thoughts from a lawyer on a mission who goes so hard it's like she works on commission. Trolls in the comments might say she tripping cause they lack the knowledge, they don't know they missing. Got a couple current events that you like, wanna know about law from the eyes. Tired of all these blogs running lies because their agendas are disguised. Tune in to the intellect, cause I'm sure y'all missing all the facts of the case that she steady is gifting. Someone here for the people, man, it's so uplifting. If you ain't subscribed yet, then you just omitting facts.
Hello, everyone. It is Pam Esquire, also known as Your Law Intellect. Welcome. If you are new here, we have a lot of new subscribers. Welcome back if you have been here for a while. And again, you guys are the intellects. We are going to analyze cases. We are unbiased and we are fair, and we will not do anything different today. Today, we are going to discuss a case of Kevin Hart versus Tasha K, who is a well-known YouTuber and talk show host, all of that, and Kevin Hart, the comedian, and then his assistant. Now, we went over that case, I don't know how long ago, when he filed a lawsuit against Tasha K and the production company that they own, and also his assistant, Miss Shakes. The issue was apparently Miss Shakes went on to Tasha's platform. And when you went on the platform, she spilled it all. When I tell you, when she went on this platform, I don't know, it feels like Kevin Hart almost hired Cat Williams, like Cat Williams' cousin or something. I don't know. But just recently on the 19th, Kevin Hart has filed a temporary restraining order. So he filed an ex parte restraining order, which basically meant he wants the court to grant a restraining order or have Tasha take down those videos, prevent this young lady who was the assistant from talking about him. Ex parte means one-sided. And you only have that until you have an actual hearing where you'll get a preliminary injunction, which is, sometimes they have them 2-3 years, sometimes they have them permanent, whatever. That was filed on the 19th. Maisha Shakes, the assistant, she filed a response. She wrote a letter to the judge basically responding. And honey, she got all kinds of receipts on this response. It is unreal, where I don't even know why Kevin Hart even filed this. Again, I think we all, when we went over it, we kind of were iffy about this for the most part. Most of us were just like, Kevin, we don't know about this one. And it appeared that he was just trying to kind of ride off of coattails because of what other people, were doing as it related to Tasha K. So we're going to briefly go over the restraining order, because I seen some headlines that said it was in place. They have a hearing tomorrow, so I don't know how that is. But was one requested? Absolutely, one was requested. But Maisha has responded. Tasha K has lawyered up. We are about to get into it. So make sure you hit that like button on your way in. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Yes, Candy Girl, I got in here early. I can't help it. I cannot help it. So yes, I did. Thank you so much for coming over here. Make sure you're not late. You said I'm late and I'm early. Nope, you're right on time. I just wanted to make sure that I had time to give an intro before we put up the documents, because somebody's gonna come in and say, "What is this lawsuit? Tasha K got sued by Kevin Hart? Who is Miss Shakes?" Like, you know how y'all do me. And then I have to kind of start all over again and all of that. So I was just trying to come in a little bit earlier for those that didn't know what was going on. So we're 5 minutes in, but you're not a lot of you saying you're catching the lie. So that means maybe YouTube is being gracious towards me and letting me be a part of that good algorithm. But hello to everyone. I see you guys as you come in. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Hello, 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 Duchess. Hello, Lashonda. Thank you. So let's pull up this restraint. We gonna get through the restraining order, but baby, that restraining order ain't nothing on this assistance response. When I tell you she don't care, she put whatever she had. I'm sure it's not everything she had, but she put a lot in this. She put a lot in this response, like 60 pages. She had, and her letter to the judge was maybe only 2 or 3 pages, but she has some, and she's basically saying she alludes to, just to give you a little bit of a sneak peek, she alludes to she being the one being extorted. She also alludes to Tasha K being extorted. It's a lot going on. Kevin, I don't know. I don't know, Kevin. I don't know if this was what you wanted to do, but we gonna get into it. So this is the restraining order request ex parte that he is requesting. So it has plaintiff Kevin Hart and K Hart Enterprises hereby apply ex parte for the following relief. Again, this is one-sided. So the court is usually leery about granting one-sided restraining orders. And usually if they do grant them, you got to come with some significant information to show that you really need, that you really need it. They also have to show, for a preliminary injunction period, they have to show that you have a probability of success on the merits. We'll go through all of that right now. But anything ex parte being one-sided, courts are leery on that. That's why we did see that, of course, with Kiki Palmer. And that was because she had attached the pictures, the still pictures looking, that showed her being on the opposite end of abuse. So that was why they did it. But they only do it usually up until a time to have a hearing so you can hear both sides, because we are a due process country. So you cannot just go in on one side and tell your story and that's it. So anyway, they said temporary restraining order against defendants Maisha Shakes, Latasha Transrena Kibi Studios, and Yellen Entertainment, and each of their agents, employees, reps, or affiliates to enjoin, pending further order of this court, the defendants from any further publication of the interview. That was on the website of TashaKLive.com on December 22nd, 2023, and of any related content regarding Hart. And this is what they're requesting: in order to show cause, requiring the defendants to show why a preliminary injunction should not issue, and joining defendants from any further publication of the interview and any of related content regarding Hart as set forth in the concurrently filed proposed temporary restraining order to show cause and preliminary injunction. So that's what they're asking for. So then they go on to say plaintiffs have suffered and will continue to suffer irreparable harm from the continued publication and broadcasting of the interview and related content, which includes defamatory statements, including false statements regarding Hart's conduct, which are damaging to his reputation and thereby to his livelihood as a performer, as well as statements regarding personal and employment information regarding employees at Hart-affiliated companies. Legal remedies, including monetary damages, would be difficult to quantify and otherwise inadequate to compensate Hart for the ongoing and irreparable harm he is suffering. And then he goes on to talk about that NDA. They're parties to a non-disclosure agreement. So this right here is a table of contents. So it shows all of the case law. Also where you can find all of the topics, the intro, factual background, their argument. This is their table of authorities. I said that backwards. Table of authorities shows all of your case law and where you can find it, on what page you'll see these cases. The table of contents, obviously we know what a table of contents is, but let me go back. This one just, see, my computer don't even want to listen to Kevin Hart. It done went to the girl's response. Wait a minute. Like, where did it go? Okay, let me see. It didn't knock Kevin Hart stuff on off of here. Hmm. Oh Lord, y'all. Jesus. I'm trying to show both sides, Lord. It done knocked it off of here. Okay, I had to reload it. Wait a minute. Even my computer is looking at this whole thing side-eyed. Let me go through. I was trying to teach the people how we have to put all this hard work in these pleadings. Okay, let me try this again, y'all. Yes, get my likes up. This is the intro. So, any of you guys that don't know what this lawsuit is about, now you can see based on this intro. This is his summary of the argument, summary of his facts as he sees them, he being Kevin Hart and K Hart Enterprises. Defendants initially attempted to extort Hart into paying defendants a ransom to keep them from publishing the interview, which they threatened would include private and damaging information about plaintiffs. When Hart declined to pay that ransom, defendants followed through on their threat and proceeded to publish the interview. Not only did the interview include private information and inflammatory assertions about Hart, his family, his colleagues, and personal at Hart affiliated companies, but it also included false and defamatory statements, including the assertion that Hart supposedly had secretly recorded a video of actual encounter and that he faced criminal charges regarding those supposed incidents. These statements are false and defamatory on their face, and with respect to the assertion that Hart faced criminal charges, would easily have been disproved with even minimal investigation. Hart, whose livelihood as an entertainer depends largely upon his image and public perception, has been and continues to be irreparably harmed by the interview's continued publication. He is entitled to injunctive relief in the term of temporary restraining order requiring that the interview be taken down and not republished, and a preliminary injunction prohibiting its further publication, with respect to which this court should set an order. So here's the factual background. Plaintiff Hart is a comedian. That's what some people say. An actor who is also the chief executive officer of Plaintiff KHE, which is engaged in various aspects of the entertainment industry and related business endeavors. Defendant Shakes was an employee of Heartbeat Production. She is also the cousin of Cat Williams. No, I just made that up. I just added that in there because the way. Defendant Shakes was an employee of a Heartbeat Production, a KHE predecessor entity in various capacities, most recently as Hart's personal assistant. And her role as Hart's assistant, Shakes was privy to certain confidential business and personal information regarding Hart, his family, friends, and associates, various Heartbeat personnel and employees of their Hart-affiliated companies. As a result, Shakes appeared to be in a position to disseminate or confirm allegations about those persons and entities, regardless of those allegations' truth or falsity. If you guys seen the other video, a lot of this stuff was exactly what was in the complaint, is just being regurgitated up in this request for a temporary restraining order and show cause for a preliminary injunction. They talk about the NDA. So there was an NDA on or about October 22nd, 2020. At the end of the employment, Shakes on the one hand and Hart on behalf of himself and all other Hart affiliated companies on the other hand entered into that certain mutual release and non-disclosure agreement dated October 22nd, 2020. The NDA called for Hart to pay Shakes $30,000 per year for a period of 3 years, along with other consideration, which he paid and Shakes accepted. They go on to what confidential is. We're going to skip that. The NDA also specifically provides for injunctive relief in the form sought by this application in the event of the agreement breach. In particular, paragraph 2.3 of the NDA provides since Shakes' actual or threatened breach will cause Hart irreparable injury, which cannot be adequately compensated by money damages, Hart shall be entitled to obtain temporary, preliminary, and permanent injunctive relief to prevent Shakes' breach or further breach. Kibi, including through her companies, Defending Kibi Studios and Yellen, operates the website Tasha K Live and is active on various social media platforms, including but not limited to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, where Kibi specializes in posting salacious and unverified news, i.e., gossip about celebrities. And then they list all of her websites for the whole world to go ahead and click on. Kibi has an established history of publishing and broadcasting defamatory and otherwise improper content regarding public figures across her various online media platforms. For instance, most recently, she was found liable for damages of nearly $4 million in a defamation lawsuit brought by musician Cardi B. And then they put all of the case numbers and all of that. The bankruptcy court found Kibi's debt. Then they talk about the bankruptcy as well. They add the bankruptcy information and say that the bankruptcy found that her debt was non-dischargeable under bankruptcy code section 523A6, having arisen as a result of Kibi's willful and malicious conduct, which I thought was very interesting. And let me tell you why. If you knew in here that she was in bankruptcy, then you already knew, and we talked about this, that she is shielded right now. So, as expected, there was, let's see if I have it up here. Hold on. Hold on, let me pull this up. I should be more prepared, I know. So even though Kevin Hart mentions this bankruptcy from Tasha K, they still filed it. But anyway, Tasha has lawyered up and she has filed her notice of suggestion of bankruptcy in the above captioned matter and states as follows. On May 25th, 2023, Kibi filed a voluntary petition for relief pursuant to Title 11 of the United States Code in the United States Bankruptcy Court for the Southern District of Florida. Pursuant to the Bankruptcy Code, 11 U.S.C. Section 362, the above style case is stayed unless this matter falls within one of the exceptions from the automatic stay. This suggestion of bankruptcy is for notice purposes only and does not constitute an appearance by the underside in this case on behalf of Kibi. So basically they said FYI, even though you said that in this pleading, we just want to remind you that she's in bankruptcy. So that's that on that. And I think in the other case with R. Kelly and I think it was Whitehead, those same suggestions of bankruptcy have been filed. So yeah. But nevertheless, he still filed it. You said Kevin Hart is rich, Dusty. What? Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm trying to get as much of Kevin Hart stuff out before I get to the real nitty gritty of this live. I'm trying to take my time. In or around November 2023, Kibi conducted and recorded an interview with Shakes, wherein Shakes made various statements regarding Hart, his family, Heartbeat personnel, and employees of the other Hart-affiliated entities. Notwithstanding the truth or falsity of any statements, Shakes would only have been in a position to have knowledge regarding these subjects as a result of her employment with Hart and Heartbeat. Such information necessarily would have constituted confidential information under the NDA. Okay, they said all of this. On this part. On or around November 16, 2023, An unidentified individual telephoned a Hart representative stating that the individual was affiliated with Kibi and Kibi had conducted the interview with Shakes, and that the interview included information or allegations that the Kibi representative claimed would be damaging to Hart's reputation. The individual stated that Kibi would publish the interview unless Hart paid a ransom of $250,000. Hart did not agree to it and did not make any such payments. Then they talk about Tasha's teaser and they made it like it was a threat or something. On or around November 22nd, 2023, Hart's attorney Dante Smith wrote to Kibi demanding that she cease and desist all her legally impermissible actions towards Hart and that she refrain from publishing the interview in light of, inter alia, what was anticipated to be confidential, private, and otherwise improper statements regarding Hart, his family, and employees. On December 22nd, 2023, Kibi posted a separate teaser for the interview. So basically, his attorney sent a cease and desist, and then Tasha responded with another teaser on YouTube. That evening at approximately 6 o'clock, Kibi published the interview on her website, Tasha K Live. During the interview, in addition to discussing company personnel issues and private matters in breach of the NDA, Shakes made statements that were simply false, including that Hart supposedly made a secret video recording of a sexual encounter and faced criminal charges regarding that supposed incident. For some of you that do not know, Kevin Hart was actually sued by the young lady who accused him of either recording or ordering someone on his staff to record when they had their encounter over there in Vegas, I believe it was. And she did sue them, and I think everyone got dismissed but Kevin Hart. And then towards the end, suddenly she just didn't show up for trial. And that's kind of how that concluded. So that may be where she got. I mean, this lady was an assistant, so she may have inside information. But if you read that lawsuit, and we went over that back in the day, so maybe I'll tag it to this video if anybody's interested. That was an allegation that was out there. Now, as far as him being under criminal investigation, I don't know anything about that, but okay, look, this is the good part. Working in the entertainment industry, Hart's livelihood depends in large part on his reputation and the public's perception of him. That perception is a particular concern in light of the fact that he is involved in a number of family-oriented projects, such as Jumanji franchise, Fatherhood, Captain Underpants, The Secret Life of Pets, and others. Hart also endorses various national brands, and those endorsements deals depend in part on a public perception of his reputation, respectability, and character. Hart has suffered and will continue to suffer reputational harm as a result of defendant's ongoing conduct and publishing and continue to make the interview and the defamatory content therein available for public viewing, and employees at Hart affiliated companies are suffering an ongoing invasion of privacy. So I want you guys to tell me in the chat, before we know that Tasha K did this interview, is this like, did you guys think that Kevin Hart was this big family man? Because I just want to know. I just want to know your opinion. Who thought Kevin Hart had this character and he was this family man and all of that? I just want to know. Because he's saying this messed up his family man image. Nikki said, I never did. KJ said, absolutely not. Kim Man said, no. Right Chick said, Kevin Hart's full of it. Didn't he lounge his best friend? Baby, oh, we gonna get into this stuff. We gonna get into, y'all know what y'all talking about over here. Look at the intellects over here digging into the history. Jalea said, hell no. No, he was a known cheater. That's from Nessa G. She said he was a known cheater. I was asking a real question. For real. That's what they said in here. I just wanted to know if that's how you guys viewed him, because basically you're saying that this interview put you in a bad light. But what the intellects are saying is, I didn't like you in the first place. That's what they saying. They didn't look, I ain't gonna say you didn't like them. Let me take that back. That's not what you said. I don't want to misconstrue your comments. You're saying you didn't look at him as a family man, a family like oriented image just because he was in these movies or whatever. You know, you said he wasn't no Bob Saget. Ray. Courtney said, I'm sure Kevin Hart screwed all the female employees while he's married is not helping. Oh Lord, that's what Courtney said. Kevin out here passing out lawsuits, you know. Even though I love California, that might mess me up a little bit. It ain't playing. You said he is already great and ruining families. Oh, should we get let's see. I don't know. Nope. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. You said ninja, please. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna read a little bit more before we get into what Maisha has to say. Because I think Maisha agrees with every last one of you guys. Defendants will continue engaging in their wrongful acts and causing such irreparable harm unless and until the court enjoins them from doing so and orders defendants to cease and desist from such conduct by taking down the interview and any related content regarding Hart and refraining from any further publications thereof. Accordingly, plaintiff hereby seeks temporary and permanent injunction relief to enjoin any further publication of the interview related to content on TashaKLive.com or any other platforms or any other format. So then they go through all of the prongs as to why he believes that he is entitled to an injunction. He said he's likely to prevail on the merits of his defamation cause of action because he's saying she accused him of a crime, which is defamation per se. I'm assuming that's what they said. I ain't reading all of this. Plaintiffs have suffered and will continue to suffer irreparable harm as a result of the ongoing publication of the interview. Because, you know, his character, legal remedies in the way of monetary damages would be inadequate because this is considered equitable relief. It's not obviously money. Heart damages are not easily quantified. The balance of equities weighs in favor of granting injunctive relief. And then they have the case law. Any bond or undertaking required should be minimus. So the court can require you to have a bond as well. So they're trying to say because he's having a likelihood that he will win, in his opinion, he feels like he should have to pay a minimal bond in the amount of $1,000 if the court orders him to pay a bond. In conclusion, in light of the foregoing, plaintiffs respectfully request that the court issue a temporary restraining order in the form of what they attached. They typed it up themselves, which is proposed to give to the court, and hopefully they hope that they sign it, requiring that the interview along with the teaser and other promotional videos and any related content regarding Hart be removed from Kiwi website, Tasha K Live, YouTube, and Facebook, and all other platforms. They have marketed this video so much because honestly, I didn't even know that she was even interviewing them until I saw the lawsuit. And then it make you want to go over there like, what did this lady even say? I was just confused. You guys don't, didn't you leave his you guys are going in. Okay, maybe I shouldn't ask that question. Or I should have slowed the chat down because I missed all of these comments. Ray said Ice Cube has more of a family-friendly reputation. Goodness. Sipping the tea said he needs to get back with Tori so she can write his jokes again. Well, Tori says she's okay. She says she's cool. She about to go hang out with Cat Williams because I'm telling you, the way Maisha was in this response, I think she's his cousin. I'm just gonna come to that conclusion. Thank you so much, Karen. You said, Pam, I was trying to find your new channel. Okay, somebody put the link over there for her, please. That would be greatly appreciated. Alice, if you could do it. Oh, it looks like you already did it. Thank you. Okay, I'm really behind on this, so let me move on. Let's get to what Maisha got to say. So, of course, this request for this motion for a restraining order and the show cause for a injunction or for a preliminary injunction had to be served on all parties that you're requesting this on. So Maisha, she received it, and the first thing she said was, I was not served documents. They were placed on my screen door. When I read that, I said, oh, this is about to be lit. She said, first of all, you did not properly serve me. I was not personally served. You guys threw it on my screen door. That is not service. So if you're trying to file it and tell the court you served me, that is not true. I said, okay, Maisha. Then she goes on and she says she does a letter to the judge. So you can tell she was mad when she was typing this. I don't know Maisha, but she seemed like she was a bit upset. You see, she doesn't have a lawyer. I suggest that she try to go get one if she, obviously if she can afford one, because she's going to need one against Kevin Hart regardless. And there are little issues with that NDA, but she does talk about that in this document as well. Yes, he is bringing so much more attention to himself, but he ain't said nothing for real to Cat Williams, and Cat Williams was roasting him all over this here internet. But you up here trying to I'm sure that I would be very curious to know how many more viewers or clicks that Tasha got on this because of this interview. Like, once this lawsuit came out and everybody started talking about it, how many people came over there and said, let me see what Kevin is talking about? I wonder how many, like, I really am curious about that. If her viewership went up, because you have to subscribe. So even if all them people just came over there for that one video and they were like, well, I'm not going to resubscribe next month, that's like $12 for all these people that came over there because they want to see what he was talking about. Because nobody was even like checking for Kevin Hart. But then when he was so upset about it, I think we all were like, well, what is he so mad for? So okay, let's go. This is Maisha. I don't know what she talks like, so I can't try to imitate her, but I'm going to do my best not to be monotone and non-entertaining when I read this letter. Dear Judge Honorable J. Fujiwa, I don't know how to say the name. Fujiwa, I don't know. I am asking the court to dismiss the temporary restraining order requested by Kevin Hart. Since going on the Tasha K, I have been harassed by people who represent Kevin Hart, a guy named Mike, Dante Mills, and Lennox Edwards been harassing me. I had to file a harassment report with LAPD and the city of Glendale after receiving harassing calls and threats from a guy named Mike, Dante Mills, and Lennox Edwards. On November 20th, 2023, around 3 p.m. to 3:30, I received from the phone number, she put the phone number. When I called the number back, a guy named Mike said he was a bookie or a broker calling me in regards to Kevin Hart. I felt really uncomfortable during the call. Mike threatened to come after me and my daughter if the video wasn't taken down. Mike asked me about a recent video I did with the YouTuber named Tasha K. He kept asking, what's your number? Meaning, I think she meant to say, what's your number? Meaning money in order for me to take the video down. I told him this is extortion. And I know not to give you a number. Kevin is the king of extortion. I told him this is a scam. and a setup for extortion. I told him not to call me anymore because this is harassment and he threatened me and my daughter. He kept calling me every time. He would start the call with, "What's your number?" So he was calling like ring, ring, ring. "Hey, Maisha, give me a number." He was getting frustrated because I wouldn't give him a number. I knew not to give him a number. This is what Kevin does. He sets people up with extortion. Mike said, if this video is not taken down, do you know what's going to happen? I said, no. Mike said, Kevin pays a group of men. He said it as if it was some kind of hierarchy. He said, now, if this video gets out and Kevin loses money because of it, some guys are going to come after you and your daughter. I told him, don't you ever threaten my daughter. The next day, I went to the Glendale Police Department to file an in-person police report. The police officer advised me to block the calls and not to answer any unknown numbers or private calls. On November 21st, I sent an email to Kevin's attorney, James Adams, and it has all their names. Please see the attached email. I received an email from Dante Mills. He sent over a forwarded email that I didn't send him. I only sent the email to Kevin Hart's lawyers. I know Dante called me as well. The number he called me from, okay, the number. After he called me, he emailed me to give him a call back. When I called Dante back, he said he received a call from a woman asking for money for a video. I cut him off and said, nope, you're not about to do this to me. This is extortion. And I said, click. Said, and I hung up. He later emailed me, please see the attached email. I sent him Bell's contact information after Belil asked me to put in contact with Dante. He said Dante is a childhood friend he grew up with in Philadelphia. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this story? I told y'all. That doggone Maisha said, listen here. She said, winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. That's what she said. That's what she said. All right. Let's go on. Let's move forward. I was receiving harassing phone calls, emails, and texts up until December 5th, 2023. The last call I received was from a guy named Lennox Edwards. When I called him back, he said he was calling on behalf of Dante Mills. He said he wanted to talk a deal with me on behalf of Tasha K. But I have to act fast. He said, we have an offer, but you have to make this deal today. Going once, going twice. I said, this is extortion. I think you're trying to set up Tasha K. I told him I could talk to him. This is harassment, and told him not to contact me anymore. And I told him to tell Dante not to have anyone from his office contact me ever again. So then she goes on to talk about how she left Heartbeat Studios. Y'all hit this like button. Hit this like. Ain't nobody talking about this. Go ahead and hit this like button. People gonna be talking about it now. You know how they do. And don't give you credit for it that you were the one that was the first one to talk about it. But it's okay. She said, so now she's talking about when she left working for Heartbeat. So she said, I left Heartbeat in July 2020. The contract Kevin is referring to in October was not a non-disclosure agreement. I was mentally unstable during the time. I quit due to emotional distress. I suffered from Heartbeat and personal issues. I accepted this under extreme mental duress. I agreed to this contract because Kevin agreed to pay for my medicine and health care if I signed this document. When I quit, Kevin had called my sister Sharina because I had texted his wife Aniko that Kevin was cheating on her and sent her photos of the pulled out couch I had cleaned. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, she attached that text message to this motion. Shortly after I quit, I changed my phone number so Kevin couldn't contact me. Sharina called my mom, Beverly, and told her Kevin just yelled at her because I sent Aniko a text that Kevin was cheating. She said, Kevin said to call him. I called Kevin back. When I did, he was like, at times, he was so loud at my phone. My phone's broken. It only works on speaker or with earplugs now. Kevin said, I'm going to blacklist you from the industry. You will never get a job in Hollywood. Why would you tell my wife I am cheating on her? He said, you will never get a job in Hollywood again. I said, is that a threat? I said, well, I guess we both won't be working in Hollywood once I tell the world you paid Jared $4 million to take a fault for a car accident in 2019. I said the crash happened less than seconds from the exit of your gated entrance. I said, I know exactly why Jared came into the office on or around December 17, 2019. I heard your conversation from my office. The walls are thin. That's what she said. That's what she said. This is what Shakes is saying. This ain't Pam. This is what she alleges in her response. Okay. I don't know none of these people, okay? I'm just reporting what's been filed. That's it. So then she goes on to say Jared came into the office to collect the rest of his funds from the accident. There wasn't an insurance on the car. LaShante called the insurance, suggested to post-date the vehicle insurance. I said, and Daniel, your security guard, asked me why I was eavesdropping. He said, he here to collect the rest of them funds. I said, well, what funds? He said the rest of the funds for taking part in the accident. He said Kevin paid Jared $4 million to take the blame for the accident. I said, what? I knew I wasn't tripping. That's exactly what I just heard Kevin say through the wall. He said, think about it. If you see Kevin's back, you would know he was driving. He wasn't sober, though. Kevin called security to come get him. The accident happened less than 2 minutes from Kevin's house. That's why security got there in time to pull him out. He said him and Jared made a deal in the car. Security came and pulled Kevin out the driver's side and window and took him home. I said, wow, that makes so much sense. We had to look through all his paperwork to try to find his car insurance that he didn't have in the vehicle. If Kevin would have passed away during a car accident, Tory Hart is his beneficiary. I said, what? I asked him after the accident if he wanted to change it or keep it the same. He said, keep it the same, not keep Tory as the beneficiary, but just, keep it the same. What? I didn't because the watermark that I have sometimes is just way too dark. Y'all know where you heard it from. It's okay. Ain't she pink pearls? I'm clutching my pearls, pink pearls, while I was reading this. Y'all getting all this good content. You better hit this like button while you come in. Kevin, I said it in that first. I said, Kevin, this ain't what you want. I know Nico is at home pissed. She did the little post where she basically said she on the I don't give a F mindset. We see the little difference in the transitioning of the bragging all up on Instagram. We won't really see that no more. We pay attention to stuff like that. But sometimes you just got to chalk it up as a loss. You just got to keep it moving. just didn't listen. I just didn't think it was worth it because it brought more attention to it. Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that she should have broken an NDA. Whether she said that's why I said she should get a lawyer because whether you should have been because it sounds like she stopped working in July and she didn't sign the NDA till like October. She's saying she did it for because she needed medical insurance and that was a way for her to keep her medical insurance, but they had her do the NDA, which kind of reminds me of the people that said Diddy came later on and was like, you can get all of your publishing back, but I'm gonna need you to sign right here. You can get all your publishing back, but I'm gonna need you to sign this. And there were some people that allegedly turned it down. Now, again, I haven't seen anybody's contract, so this is all alleged. This is what people saying. That's what Aubrey O'Day said anyway. So if it was a lie, Aubrey O'Day said it. So that's what it's kind of putting me in the mind of, right? So let's get back to what Shakes had to say. So Shakes said, also, I told Kevin I would tell the world. He asked me if I was wearing any panties under a robe provided by the company. I said, I will tell everyone how you came in my office with your black Versace boxer briefs on and an open collar shirt with no shirt under, asking me if your shirt looks good. Lastly, I told him I would tell the world how he kept asking me if I talked to or slept with married men. Girl, while you sitting up there telling all the business, you should have been filing a lawsuit while you were an employee. If all of that was happening, it would have been Kevin and Shakes. It would have been Hart and Shakes production if he was doing all of that. Well, that's what she said. So then she said, Kevin wanted to keep me silent. That's why you see a signed contract between him and I after the date I quit. I quit in July, but we signed a contract in October 2020 after I quit working for Heartbeat. The contract between us in October was to keep me quiet. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Lily Sweet. I appreciate you. Said it's the dramatics read for me, Pam. Auditioning for the lead actors in the legal drama. You got the part. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. So then she goes on, right? And she starts giving receipts. Okay. She starts attaching receipts. This is her police report. She filed an incident report to the Los Angeles Police Department for harassing and annoying phone calls. And the report date says December 6th. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Let's see. It might have made that too big. Hold on. December 6th, 2023 at 10:34 a.m. Let me go see when he filed this complaint. Hart v. Tasha K. Let's see. When did you file this complaint? He filed the complaint December 26th. So she says you was harassing her on the 6th, and you filed this complaint against her on December 26th. Mm-hmm. So let's go on. So this is what she says. This is the incident description. Why is doing that? Hi, I am still receiving harassing phone calls after making a report. She had, so this might not have been her first one. Good gosh. Also, she had one on the 5th. She had one on the 6th, I think. I don't know. With the Glendale Police Department. Yesterday, December 5th, 2023, I received a call from a guy named Lennon Edwards from the phone number. She gave the name and the phone number. She said, when I called the number back, Lennon said he just left his car and he was heading back to the car. I said, who are you? He said, I'm an attorney from Dante Mills' office. I said, I can't talk to you regarding this matter. I already told Dante to stop contacting me. Lennon said, well, I'm an attorney that was sent to talk to you. We want to discuss making a deal with you regarding Tasha K, but you have to act fast. I said, I can't talk to you. He said, well, we are pursuing a case against Tasha K, and we would like to cut you a deal. I said, I can't talk to you regarding anything about Tasha K. Then I hung up the phone, sent an email to Dante Mills telling him to stop contacting me. I'm going to reach out to the bar. Ooh, she said, I'm going to call the bar on you. Please see previous report regarding the incident as well. It's ongoing. So apparently, even before December 6th, it looked like she may have filed a police report. Sheesh. So then, let's go. So then we got, I just, the text seemed like they're out of order. So it sounds like, let me pass this real quick because she sent the whole book to Kevin Hart's wife. So let me try to make some sense of this because it was just looked so out of order. And a lot of these documents are duplicates. I don't know why she has a lot of duplicates or if the court did it. So it kind of looks like somebody reached out to her first, like this one. So she's like, I couldn't sleep. Let me know what happens. I will. So this is a picture of a young lady. It's definitely going down private flight attendant. So I don't know what that whole conversation was about. Then she says, let me go back up. I'm gonna just read it how she put it, and then you guys are gonna see what? Wait a minute. Oh gosh, here we go. Let me it keep bouncing back off. Let me pull this back up. I'm telling you, it's trying to set me up here. Don't fret. Let me go put up. I've never had that happen. It's just bouncing documents around. Okay, let's get down here. Oh shoot, I can't do this one. It got her doggone information. Let me see. Oh, here it is. That wasn't the one I redacted. You said it's the Illuminati. You guys need to stop. I don't know what it is, but I have never had this happen before, so it is a bit strange, a bit strange, as my dad would say. Um, so there's the police report. Let's get down to the text and stuff. So apparently, I guess this may be the young lady. So it looks like there was a text where she asked Kevin Hart about that, she being Maisha. So she said she sent the picture and asked about her or whatever. So then he said, ha ha ha, she doesn't even look like one. No, I think this is what Maisha may have said. Ha 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 ha, she doesn't look like one. She looks like a model. Because they were saying, as you'll see in the other text, that she's supposed to be an escort or Kevin had escorts that came allegedly. So then he says, I guess I can't employ pretty people. I would think that I would get a little more credit than that. It's my office. I'm a pretty smart guy last time I checked. Hit me after you talk. So this is her allegedly sending a text message to Aniko. Now, again, this is what she mentions in the letter. She says, hi, Mrs. Hart. I can't leave without telling you. This parking and security called me to tell me on June 26, 2020, that Mr. Hart was in the office with 3 different women that look like high paid escorts. She said they stay upstairs for hours. It's not his wife. It doesn't look good for his image. The one she the one she called me about on June 26th said she was kind of tall with blonde curly hair. I called Mr. Hart to inform him on what was told to me. He said he's working on a wellness line for Vital Hustle for women. That's why he had the pretty women in the office. See, it was an explanation. He said, I can't employ pretty women, pretty people. What struck me as odd, I went to the office to look at the TV. My Tracy guy hung in my office. Mr. Hart's couch was extended back. I didn't know it extended. It also had white stains on the couch and two shot glasses. Okay. So I have to she has like some of it cut off. So she said, I didn't even know it extended. Also had white stains on the couch and two shot glasses were in his kitchen sink. One had lipstick on it. You talking about Inspector Gadget. Like she said, and one of them had lipstick on it. Say what? Then she said the shower was used and there was towels in the hamper. When you called me, June 27th, asked me if you had packages in the office. I panicked. Okay, let's go down. So she said, I panicked. I asked the building if they could clean his office. They said no. They don't have cleaners on the weekend. I went on Sunday to clean his office. By the time you picked up your packages that Monday, I had cleaned his office myself. Sorry. This is how she kind of did this. So then she said, I went on Sunday to clean the office. By the time you picked up your packages that Monday, I had cleaned this myself. Even though Mr. Hart told me about his wellness line, I didn't believe him. Here's a picture of the messy couch and a screenshot of our combo. I wouldn't trust this Morgan girl. She said, mm-hmm. Yes, wild card. Crystal, really B, I got you. I got you. You said what family man is cheating on his pregnant? Apparently Kevin Hart, because he said this messing up his character for him going on Tasha K. All I know is if this thing go anywhere near trial, I'm heading to California. I'm there. Oh, let's see what else Maisha had to say. Hi, Mrs. Hart. It's Maisha. I know I'm the last person you want to hear from, but I just want to say I'm so sorry. It was not my place to text you, and I'm sorry. I had some personal things going on in my life. I suffer from PTSD, depression, and anxiety. I recently had to get help, and therapy is helping me a lot. I'm so sorry I hurt you. That wasn't my intent. So then, after she sent all of the deets, she told Aniko she was sorry that, she hurt her feelings. I did say Cali. We on our way to going back to Cali. We might have to hit back Cali because maybe this one took a whole U-turn. Y'all wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for it neither. Honestly, when I saw it was 60 pages, I was like, I'm not about to pay them California prices for this document. And then something said in my spirit said, you better pull this document up because this lady got something to say. So I guess this supposed to be the young lady, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if it's her or not. So that's why I was saying. So then she was showing like how, her texting him and was like, do you have 5 minutes today for me to go over a few things with you? And then he said, tried you back. And then this is must have been, so she called him and must have asked him. So that must be what this text is. Because this is him, because she got missed around there. Okay. So we're gonna assume this is Kevin. We gotta put this together. This is where we put our skills together as the social media jurors. So he says, tried you back. So he said, escorts, people are truly unbelievable. So obviously she did confront him about it and thought that something nefarious was going on. So this is the couch I guess she was talking about. She done took pictures. This is the couch that she's saying was laid back. So she attached that. She had that or whatever that she sent to Aniko. I know y'all wasn't ready for this coming off of work. Then, oh, this is the actual text message where she's showing she sent them the picture on August 10th of 2020 with the couch extended, I guess, laid back. So now she has pictures of all of these calls that she got. Y'all see this? 2 times and 3 times. So she must have answered the first time, and then she was like, "Nah, you talking crazy." Here's another call. So she got calls to try to back up these alleged conversations she had. You see this? She got missed call at 3:15, 3:12, 3:09 on that day. Somebody texted her and said, "Call me. It's regarding Kevin Hart, Kevin H." She said, "Who is this? Please ask Tasha to take her video down." She said, "Which video?" "I'm going to keep everything as it is and move forward with Tasha posting the interview. Thank you for reaching out to me, though." So then we got more conversations here. I tried to block them. I don't know who these people was. I just assumed the missed calls or whatever is what she was trying to relate to the courts. But she was posting all of it, okay? There goes another one. She talked to them for 5 minutes on whatever day that was. The court told her to hit that block this caller right there. That's what the court said. She got another missed call at 12:35. Whew. What else we got here? I don't know. She looked up the Lennon Edwards. She done looked him up, looked his number up, child. She found who she Googled him, put his number up. Then she got some more numbers down here from this New York. She's showing that number. So she got a few of those. Look at that. She got another little New York number. She got another one. This is when she called Dante and said, she emailed Dante and she told him, "You about to be blocked." So she said, "Hi, Dante. After this email, you will be blocked from contacting me." Lennon said he called in regards to Tasha K. "I recorded the call." It sounded like Lennon is trying to set Tasha K up. "Please note, all of my calls are being recorded. I will be reaching out to the bar to have you disbarred. I will also be sending them the recorded call I received from Lennon today." Bale or Bilal, I think is his name, said he knows you and he has been friends with Kevin of 25 years. "I know not to trust him or you. I will be recording this and the call to the police as well. Please do not contact me or send me another email. If so, I will be getting a restraining order against you. I'm asking not to be contacted. This is harassment. My attorney will be in contact with Kevin's other attorney, not you." So that was December 5th. What? She was paper trailing like a mug. This is all before this lawsuit was filed, okay? Okay, so some of this stuff is like you're gonna see duplicates. At the end of our last conversation, you said you were going to put me in touch with your lawyer. The person I spoke to on your behalf said, this is from Dante. This is Kevin Hart's lawyer. One of them, I guess. "At the end of our last conversation, you said you were going to put me in touch with your lawyer. The person I spoke to on your behalf said he is not an attorney. We did not create this situation. You did. We're simply asking for someone to address this from your side. It won't just go away. There may be some misunderstandings that can be cleared up. I'm respectfully just asking for your attorney's contact information. So Dante said, I think it might be some you want to call to borrow me. Maybe we should talk. Get your attorney, have your attorney call me, and we could probably clear up our misunderstandings. So then she transcribed the voicemails. Y'all see that December 5th. And she's showing, is this the same date? December 6th. This might be the same police report because I think she forwarded it. So a lot of the stuff, she's showing the officer over there at the city of Glendale, California. She got her report number. She did. I don't know what these waivers are. So then I guess she was trying to forward some of this information to Kevin Hart's attorney. So she's at FedEx and she's trying to forward it to him, saying she had a threatening call on November 20th of 2023 from a guy named Mike on behalf of Kevin Hart. And she forwarded to his lawyer. And then she got an automatic reply that the lawyer was out the office for Thanksgiving. He'll return to the office when it reopens on Monday on the 27th, and that he'll have limited electronic access. So if you need to reach me or require assistance while I'm away, please resend your email and add the word urgent to the subject line. So she got an automatic reply. So she's forwarding a lot of this. So then he responds to her, I guess this is from Dante. He says, Ms. Shakes, I am Mr. Hart's attorney, and I'm reaching out in response to this email. Please give me a call at your earliest convenience. I attempted to reach you a few minutes ago, and then it gave his information. So this is back in November. So remember, she told him about December, stop contacting me. So this was that's why I was saying a lot of this stuff is in order, and a lot of it is duplicative. So we'll have to think this is the same thing. So this is to I look like the Kevin Hart and all his lawyers. So she says on November 20th, 2023, again around 3 p.m., 3:30. Basically, it looks like the same thing she put on her police report. I received the attached call from an untraceable phone number. I also received a text from the same number around the same time. When I called the number back, I spoke to a guy named Mike who said he was either a bookie or a broker. I felt uncomfortable during the call, so I recorded the conversation I had with him. I felt like the call was coming off as a threat. Mike was asking about a recent video that was posted I did with blogger named Tasha K. He also stated, "What's my number?" meaning money for me to take the video down, which I felt he should even ask me that question at all. He was calling on behalf of Kevin. I know Kevin gave whoever this guy Mike is my number because he mentioned something during the call that only Kevin and I know about. Can you please tell Mike not to contact me anymore? The call felt threatening, and I've been on my day due to this call. Mike also reached out to Tasha K. So this was sent November 20th of 2023. So it looks like, no, that's not when it was sent. November 21st is when they sent this email. Here goes some more calls, y'all. So now she's talking, she's listing more calls. Entry said, girl, going back to the replay. Go back to the replay. That's why I was rushed. I said, I got to get to these documents, but I got to get Kevin a little restraining order in there, so you guys know what I'm talking about. So now we have a number that isn't really attached to anybody. So here's some more numbers. She got 2 missed calls, 3 missed calls. Some of these, again, are duplicates because she was emailing, as you guys can kind of see, like the outline of it or whatever. Looks like she emailed it or she faxed it or whatever, however she got it to the people. She was sending it to everybody. She was sending it to his lawyers. I think the police have it. This is the text that we read already. So then she sends it to is a forwarded message from Maisha to Dante. And she says, "Hi, Dante. I just wanted to let you know I reported the call and that I recorded the call that I had with Mike. Kevin is the king of extortion. Mike keeps messaging me asking for a number. This is obviously an extortion plot happening. Kevin Hart will be hearing from my lawyer soon." I hope she really got a lawyer because that was the response, I guess, to his "I'm Kevin Hart's attorney and I'm reaching out to you" and all of that stuff. So he's an attorney over there out in Philly. This is the same email. We went over that one. I think we probably seen this missed call before as well. Check. So you're gonna see copies because I think what she's doing is attaching the emails that she sent and all of the information she was letting his attorneys know what was allegedly going on. So that's why we got a lot of duplicates in here. So then November 22nd, Dante looks like he sent a message. "You have your attorney call me or you can speak with me directly. I'm certain a conversation will help clarify things for the both of us." If y'all don't get these likes up, why we gotta beg for likes? Come on now. Get these likes up. Yeah, because a lot of people will say, they'll say they have lawyers or whatever, but they don't necessarily. The sheriff said why he haven't sued Cat. He is showing himself to be a bully. Cat said way more, no lawsuit. Would. That's what I was saying. Like he ain't give Cat no smoke. Like none. But then I guess it benefits Tasha K because how many people done went over there to watch the video because they want to know what he's talking about. So even again, like I said, if they go over there and they subscribe for 1 month, if 1,000 of y'all go over there and do it, that times 12, that's a good little lick just off of Kevin. Like you're gonna pay for her attorney in a minute. And right now, Tasha is in she's in bankruptcy, so it has to be stayed. So all she did was remind them what they already knew in the documents and do a suggestion of bankruptcy. And then her for Yelling Entertainment, they entered an appearance. So they've entered an appearance for an attorney in this case. So I guess they ready to swing. So that's what I'm saying. Maisha, obviously, she sent this on her own. She did not, she did it as a response, but it's not in a formalized response to his restraining order. It doesn't really answer. When you respond, you need to respond to every allegation. And she's not really responding to it. Of course, she's just saying she's defending herself with all of this evidence and saying what the things that but it's not really answering the actual motion that was filed. And that's why it's imperative that she gets a lawyer so that she can say why a restraining order isn't necessary. Basically, I need a restraining order. I need him to stop contacting me. Because what he's trying to do with the video is you got First Amendment issues. Like you have some freedom of speech issues that you're going to deal with. And that's not just cut and dry, especially in places like California that we've talked about it extensively, the anti-SLAPP. You can't just shut people up. You just can't. They have protections of that, and they definitely have that in California. So it's going to be interesting, baby. This can turn into a heated case. So that's why I'm saying she made sure she filed it as a response, but she done put all type of tea and information in here. I'm like, but she really didn't technically address, but she's not a lawyer. So she doesn't know. She's just trying to like, judge, it's not me, it's them. He's trying to bully me because he has money, obviously, and I don't. And this is what he does. And she's trying to bring it to the court's attention. However, you have to have someone that answers each and every allegation, denies it, says that this isn't true. He cannot prove these prongs that he needs a preliminary injunction of any kind. This is why. And in fact, I think I want to counter because I feel like he's harassing me. And here is my police report. Now, Kevin said in his complaint, he filed a police report against, I guess it was Tasha or something. He claims he filed one because he said that some unknown person from an unknown number They didn't give a name, didn't do anything. They ended up contacting him allegedly, asking for saying, I'll take it down for 250,000. So that he said he filed a police report. But she's been doing this, it sounds like, since November. So I'd be curious to see when this police report was filed, or what it's going to be all about, timelines and dates. So I hope she does go ahead and lawyer up. That's not what we're here for, Deb. She just threw that information in there. I don't know. She let us know she talked to the wife. I guess she's saying. I guess maybe she's showing in theory that she had. I mean, some of her stuff can be structured in a way to answer the question. To answer and respond, but she has to have an attorney that is well versed to do it. So she can say, okay, this text message shows that I had a reasonable belief that he was cheating and da 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 da. Now, when it comes to what he's saying, but he's not even saying that's defamation, right? Mind you, he has not said that was defamation at all. He hasn't even addressed cheating at all. So that ain't even what he's saying. That's why I noticed that in the complaint. He's not denying that for real. What he's saying is defamation, because she alleged that he didn't even address the car accident. Apparently, she talked about the car accident too. But the only thing he alleged is that incident where he did get caught. That was the big scandal when his wife was pregnant, and it was recorded, and he tried to blame JT and say that JT was the one that was trying to extort him. Remember, extortion, and set him up. And JT got his claims dismissed. Like he filed a police report against JT, and they weren't able to prove it, and his stuff was dropped. And then, like I said, that case, everybody, the girl that slept with Kevin Hart and said that Kevin Hart either recorded her, invaded her privacy invaded her privacy by recording her, or ordering someone in his camp to record her. Everybody that she sued got dismissed except Kevin Hart. They all filed motions to dismiss. They were on the verge of trial. Like, there were motion and limines filed, which is, you guys know what that is, dealing with evidence, what can be admitted, what cannot be admitted. All of that stuff happened, and then literally on the day of trial, she didn't even show up. Her or her attorney did not show up. And that was it. So the case was dismissed because nobody showed up. And nobody really talked about the case. It literally just went away. Everyone knew the case was filed. Nobody really followed it like that, except probably us. And I'm like, dang, what happened to this case? I knew they were about to have a trial, and I looked, and it was just dismissed. So let's see what else. Let's see what else happens. So she has more paper trail. That's pretty much the same. That's the same. We read that. So you guys are gonna see a lot of the same, because again, she was forwarding this to everybody. And she's letting the court know all the people that knew about this. So this might be it. Most of this stuff looks like it's the same to me. Let's see. Yeah, child, she sent this to everybody. If you had an email address, and and then now she's showing when she forwarded her stuff to this is a police report number. So she forwarded that as well. So this stuff is to I guess every time she got a call, she started forwarding it. So this must have been when she first left the number for Dante before she told him to beat it. Now he couldn't talk to her no more. Let's see. The court's probably gonna look at this like, oh my goodness. Okay, so this is no, we read that already too. Okay. Hi, Dante. This was December 5th of 2023. I received a call from Lennon Edwards at 12:35 today, December 5th. He said he was calling on behalf of your office. Please stop contacting me and please don't have anyone from your office contact me. If anyone else from your office contacts me, I will file a harassing restraining order. We read this one already, but this is the one again from December 5th where she tells Dante, don't talk to me anymore. And she thinks it's a setup against her and Tasha K. And that is the end of her pleading, guys. So y'all let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. There is a hearing scheduled for tomorrow. So depending on what goes down, we might be back to do a follow-up on this Kevin Hart versus Tasha K versus Maisha Shakes. Ray said, could all this forwarding and contacting people work in Kevin's favor? I'm not sure how exactly. Kevin Hart extremely arrogant and shows his butthole on a consistent basis. Oh my goodness. Not a Kevin Hart fan, eh? Do these celebrities give TMZ this same type of smoke like how Steve went in on the black bloggers? Like, come on now. You know what? You are wrong. Men should not be that short. It's literally a crime. That wasn't nice. You know what? Okay. I see you hip hop inquirer up in here. Kevin Hart has Napoleon. You know what? You guys aren't being nice. I don't see anything you guys have to say. I just wanted you guys to see the update on the Tasha K. Kevin Hart. If I feel like it, and if I can get a little bit of rest, I might come back tonight, back on Nesto, because I didn't finish the video last night. But thank you guys all that came over here to hear the update on the Tasha K. Kevin Hart. Yes, please make sure you subscribe to the second channel. Also, make sure you subscribe over here, like and subscribe. No, I gotta put it on one time for the one time.
And another thing you notice, the first thing they say, make sure you guys hit that like and the subscribe button. That's what it's all about. After they get them dogging you out, before they dog you out, that's the first thing they say. If you like this video, make sure you hit.
You have 1 minute remaining.
All right, guys. I hope you guys have a good evening. Hopefully, I'll have the strength to come back later. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did. And if you're watching the replay, make sure you get in those comments. Let me know what you think, and I'll try to respond if I could. But until then, again, thank you guys so much for your continued support. And y'all have a good evening.